guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is the tutorial for the makeup look I was wearing in my Kyshadow vs. XO palette video. I will link that down below, but a lot of you guys asked me for this tutorial, so here it is. So I'm starting off this look with the Smashbox Original Primer. I love this one. I put it all over my face, and then you'll see that I use the Professional in my T-zone area and on my chin a little bit just to minimize any pores. This is my favorite primer combination. My foundation that I'm using is the Marc Jacobs Remarkable foundation. This one is really full coverage, but it's also extremely lightweight. Like, you do not feel it on your face, and it just covers any imperfection you have. And it also matches my fake tan at the moment because I don't fake tan my face, so I really like it for that. Next, I'm using the Smashbox Matte Brow Tech in Taupe. This is not really a popular product. I don't see a lot of people using this, but I love this product. And I just quickly fill in my brows. I don't really show you guys too much of this because everybody fills their brows in a little bit differently. But yeah, I filled my brows in, then I used a clear brow gel, and then I followed with a really cheap tinted brow gel from Essence. And it just locks my brows into place all day. I'm using the Anastasia ProPencil, it's base 1, to kind of highlight under my brows and clean it up a little bit. You can also use a concealer for this part too. This is the Benefit Stay Don't Stray eyeshadow primer. I like this one because it cancels out all of your veins and imperfections on your eyelids and just provides like a really good base for your eyeshadow. Plus it makes it stick really well, which is what a primer is supposed to do. So I'm using the first cream white shadow, and I'm putting that all over my lid. I'm not really putting it up in my crease because I don't really have to, but I'm just kind of layering it a few times so I get a lot of pigmentation out of it. Next, I went into that really orange shadow in the middle of her palette, and I'm bringing it through my crease and kind of all the way over into near my corner of my eye, and then I'm bringing it about halfway across my lid. So you can see in a second here, I'm really going to pack it onto my lid so it's super vibrant. Another kind of eyeshadow thing that I do is I just go back and I dip into the shadow a lot. So I'll take a little bit on my brush, and then I'll go back and I'll blend it out, and I'll take a little bit and I'll go back, blend it out. This one I'm switching over. I'm using the lighter brown shade, and it's like a really warm camel color, and I'm just kind of using that to define my crease a little bit. It looks pretty similar to the orange, honestly, but again, I'm just taking this one through my crease, and then I'm leaving it on the outside a little bit. I'm not bringing it in as far onto my lid as the orange one. Next, I'm taking that kind of reddish warm color at the bottom left corner of her palette, and I'm just running that one. I'm using a different brush, you'll see, and it's a little bit denser. It's a little bit, fatter than, not fatter, it's a little bit bigger than the pencil brush would be, but I'm just bringing this halfway across my crease and on the corner of my eyes just to warm it up and bring some more dimension. We'll get real lost, we'll get real lost again. Just run away with me, darling. Next, I'm using the really warm kind of fudgy chocolate brown color in the bottom of her palette, the bottom middle row, and I'm using this with a Sephora Precision eyeshadow brush, and I'm just kind of leaving this one on the outer corner. I'm bringing it onto my lash line, my upper lash line a little bit, and then I'm bringing it probably a third way across my crease. It's not really a cut crease look, it kind of feels that way because I am pushing it up into my crease, you'll see, and I can feel when you do this at home, you can kind of feel where your eyeshadow bone is and then push it up. You'll feel it. So hold your brush at an angle and then push it up into your crease so it is more kind of uniform, I guess. You'll see also I start to use a pencil brush and then I just go back to the Sephora brush. You'll see me kind of pick up shadows a lot. I just take a little bit, like I said, I take a little bit, I pack it on, I go back, I pack it on. That's a good move if you're a beginner too, to just take a little bit of shadow and then just keep building it up. Don't go straight away with a ton of pigment on your brush because then it'll just be harder to blend out. So here I go back in, I'm blending it again. I'm using the orange shade to just kind of blend everything out, make it all look uniform and seamless. I took the tape off, as you can see, and I'm just kind of following the line that the tape made, and I'm using the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner brush to just put down a kind of eyeliner base, I guess. I really like this one, and I make a small line first because it's easy to get carried away when you do liner. So, like I said, then I put on a base with that Kat Von D because it's easier, but then I went over it with a gel because it's matte and it's a little bit blacker, and it darkened it up. These are my favorite lashes ever. They're from ladymoss.com. Well, that's where I get them anyway, and they're the Koko lashes in Amore. So here I am, I'm blending it again now that I put my eyeshadow, well, my eyelashes on. I'm using the orange shade again to just kind of deepen everything up. I like to do this after I do my lashes and my liner because sometimes the shadow can kind of, you know, lose its vibrancy a little bit. So I always go back in, and then I'm taking that fudgy chocolate brown color again, and I'm putting that through the places that I put it before just to deepen it up and make it a little bit darker. Blending it out, and then in this one I believe I'm using a little bit of the black shade, which is in that bottom right corner. And it just kind of, I like to use black in my eyeshadow looks. I think people are afraid of it sometimes, but it just makes everything look more crisp and defined. And then I'm going over my lash band and my eyeliner one more time with the gel liner. It just makes everything look, you know, hidden and more defined and, you know, all that jazz. So I forgot to show you guys that I put my concealer on, but I'm using the Age Rewind from Maybelline, I think. Yeah, and it's the Neutralizer shade. I'm contouring with the LA Girl ProConcealer in Toast. And you guys don't have to do this part. You can totally skip it. I know a lot of people don't like my nose contour. You know, that's fine. Just do your own nose contour a little bit different then. Here I'm using the Chanel Soleil Tan de Chanel, and I'm using this with an oval brush, like a mini oval brush. And I will link down, like, in my description bar what the brush is called. It comes in a set of 3 or 6, actually. I'm just putting this, it's a really perfect bronzy color, so I'm just kind of putting this all over and framing my face and all the places that you would put bronzer naturally. And then I'm doing the Tarte Fearless blush, and I know it looks a little bit crazy when I put it on right here. I'm going to go back and blend it out, don't worry. But you'll notice that I'm doing all of my cream products right now, and then I'm going to go back and I'm going to set everything with a powder. If you do cream products over powder, that's when you can look really cakey. So I was careful to do all my cream, blend all my cream out, and then I go in with a powder right here. And I'm setting with the MAC Studio Fix powder, which is kind of a heavy powder. You can use a different one in any powder that you want to, really. But yeah, so here I am. I'm going to contour with the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. I kind of mixed those two lighter colors together for contour. And I'm using the Nars ITA Brush, which I love. Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula. This one smells like a vacation. It smells like a fruity or drink. Not fruity, maybe like pina colada or something. I don't know. This is the Champagne collection from Becca that Jaclyn Hill collaborated with them to make. I'm using the two blushes kind of mixed together, and then I'm using Champagne Pop on my, to highlight my cheeks and on my nose and my Cupid's bow. And you can see I thought that I used way too much, so I'm going to go in a second here and kind of blend it out with a powder brush because I don't want to look like a piece of tinfoil. This is the Mary Luminizer. I love this one to highlight the brow bone, and I use this to kind of like highlight inner corners on my eyes and sometimes my Cupid's bow a little bit more. Next, I'm mixing the two shades right there, and I'm going to put those under my eye with a smudger brush. And I bring that all the way over. This is a really good trick if you use eyeshadow. It brings out your eye color a lot more, and it just defines your eyes. It looks good in pictures also. Now I'm using that fudgy color on a definer brush, and I'm just going to run that right really close to my lash line. You'll see, and it just kind of smokes it out. You can do more or less of this stuff. You can skip this part. I just kind of like the way it looked. Now I'm using the Ex-Girlfriend lip liner from the Gwen Stefani Urban Decay collaboration. I'm pretty sure that was limited edition. It's not sold anymore, but there's a ton of lip liners that look exactly like this. I'm finishing this look with the Anastasia liquid lipstick in Pure Hollywood. I just love this color. It's so perfect. So. And that is the finished look. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please tag me if you guys recreate this. I'd love to see it. Somebody said that this reminds them of a monarch butterfly on my Instagram page, and you're totally right. That's hilarious. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.